What was that?
I don't know.
That was a scream. What happened? What happened?
COZ over. Talking to you. A devil.
Okay, go up. Whoa! Oh, Jesus.
All right, we are good to go. How's it going? Welcome on in. I see Tiffany hanging out. I see you, Tiffany. How are you doing this evening? We're gonna be talking with Josh, I believe, here once he gets on. Hope you're all doing well. Kind of a quiet night in here tonight. We're not doing any editing today. I don't have anything to edit anymore. I'm kind of out of stuff, so if you got any cool stuff you think that we should do an edit for, let me know. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well, actually. I'm having a good afternoon. I'm really enjoying these live streams. I think Sundays is my most favorite day of the week. Is when I get to come on here and talk with you guys for a while. I think this is my favorite thing, and I'm loving it. The only thing is when we start doing our investigations, it will not be every Sunday we do these live streams. So just keep that in mind, because me and Nathan will be out doing our investigations on the weekend. So Sundays, maybe when we get back from the investigation, because usually Sunday we're back. So maybe we can do a live stream then. But again, I'm not too sure if we'll do that. So got our friend over for a sleepover tonight. There you go. There you go. I'm actually impressed with how this event is doing. We're over 30 people. More than I thought would join the event. There is some rules I'm gonna have to add in there. Like, I noticed some of my family members have applied for this, and I really don't want to bring family to this, because I want it to be for people that wouldn't normally have this type of opportunity. So I think I might just have like a rule in there. I feel like family you can just bring whenever, right? Unless we're doing a video, then we like to keep just me and Nathan. But where are you investigating? That's for me to know, or for you to find out. It's not 100% yet, that's why I haven't said anything, but I think we might have a location lined up. So I just gotta wait for the date to get a little bit closer before I can make an announcement. But we might have a place. We almost got the Casino Regina. Almost. We were like this close to getting it, but we didn't get it. So where is Josh? Gonna send him a message here. This close. We almost got it. We almost got the casino. I kind of want to do a video on the place. Maybe not an investigation, but maybe like a cool video on it. And we can ask about the photo, right? Ask about the photo. I'll show you in the book. I took some printouts of the photo because I thought it was really cool. About this photo. You can see the man standing in the background right here. We can ask about this photo taken at the Casino Regina. So I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. All right, now the sound. Frank, sorry if I missed anything you said. Oh, okay. You have the sound cranked. I think Josh is setting up his stream right now. We gotta hang out till he's ready to go. See if he's even live. No, he's not live yet. He must be setting things up, so. Yes. Huh? It's a quiet night tonight. Where is everyone tonight? It's just Tiffany hanging out in here. We are a lot later than we normally are, and I didn't have it scheduled, so. I find that when I schedule them first and they sit out for a day and wait, and you get the half an hour notice, usually I find it's a lot more active in here, so. I feel like when I do these surprise live streams, it's a lot more quiet. And when we're late, I find like the happy hour for everyone is about 6 o'clock, 6:30ish. Usually about this time it's dead, so. But at least we got Tiffany in here. I think you are the only one here right now. I don't know, maybe more people will show up. It's just a quiet night. And we're also live a lot later than we normally are. Usually we're live about 6. But I wanted to live stream with Josh, and Josh isn't on till later, so that is it. But maybe we'll have some more people show up in a bit. He live yet? Guy live? Dude. I think we got a time figured out for when I want everyone to be there at this investigation. So I think I have the times figured out for when I want the host to show up, and when I want the guests to show up, and then when I want the viewers to show up that watch our channel. I think I have all the times figured out. I know what time the sun sets at, so I know what time I want people to be there. And then I want to be there a lot sooner to make sure everything's set up and ready to go. Make sure so I'm getting times figured out, which is good, because for the longest I just had no idea what I was gonna do. Sounds good. I'm not telling you guys anything though, unless you win. You gotta win first. Win the draw, and we will be doing it live on here. So. Who is live? Josh live? Josh, where are you? He is not live yet. We shall continue waiting. Sounds good. Munching on some KFC. Oh, speaking of KFC, do you want to hear some crazy news that I found out the other day? Some doctor news that I found out? Apparently I have celiac disease. Who knew, right? I found it out the other day. I never knew. So I have to go on a gluten-free diet. So no more KFC, no more pizza, no more whatever, right? Crazy. I don't know, it was kind of a surprise. It was actually, they accidentally found it, kind of. It was one of those things where I've actually probably have had gluten problems my entire life, but never really was diagnosed until right now. It was kind of an accident, them finding it, so kind of crazy, actually. My sister-in-law has that. It's the pits. Yeah, it is kind of the pits, but honestly, whatever. So what? I don't get to eat the foods I want. I've spent 21 years eating whatever, and the food options aren't that bad. They've gotten a lot better in the last 10 years, so if I was starting this maybe 10 years ago, maybe it would have been worse, but for right now, there's a lot of good foods. Like, I just had chicken strips tonight for supper, and like, they were breaded, but they were gluten-free breaded, and it was actually really good. So there are substitutions out there that are good and that I like. So, and then I had fish and chips for supper tonight. It was actually pretty good. So, and then the other night I had fish, and it was breaded, but there was no gluten in it. It was gluten-free, and it was actually pretty good. It was the best fish I've ever had, but it didn't have any gluten in it. It was actually better than regular fish that you get out of the box. So it was kind of crazy. So, I don't know. It's going all right, I guess. Ooh, we got some people joining in. The only thing that I think is gonna happen with doing this event is these people are gonna be like signing up for this event, and they have just no idea what we are, like what the channel is or anything. They're just like, oh, it's cool. I'm gonna make everybody Everyone that shows up has to be subscribed before they walk in the front door. That's going to be how it has to go. Your admission is you have to click subscribe on Purgatory Adventures for you to be able to come in the building. I think that is how it's going to have to go. Because I have a feeling lots of the people that are signing up for this don't even watch the channel. I could be wrong though. I'm not a newbie. Which is why I'm here. Hey, that's good. Hey, how's it going, Brian? Yes, I can't go. Why not? You can go. You gotta be on my Facebook group. Factual Researchers, good to see you. Hiya, how's it going? Haven't seen you guys in a while. By the way, I seen your guys' your guys' little message you left me on the last live stream, but you guys didn't stick around. I was gone from my computer. But thank you so much. Yes, I am very happy with hitting 1,000 subscribers. It's meant a lot to me. Me and Nathan have worked incredibly hard to get to where we are right now. And we're actually well over 1,000 now, so. How have you guys been doing? I seen you guys have actually hit your 2,000. You guys have hit 2,000. That's crazy. I was heading out to an investigation. You guys go on a ton of investigations. It takes me forever to find one location. And you guys are just like, yeah, we got one every night. Congrats, well deserved. And congrats to you for hitting 2,000. I believe you guys are at you're at 25. That's crazy. Crazy. But you guys also put in the work too. You guys put out a lot of videos. There's Josh. Hello. I am now. Okay. Hello. Hello. 20. That's really good. Congrats. It's a lot of work. I know. So Josh is here. All right. Are we ready to go? We're gonna be. So the plan for today is we're gonna be hanging out with Josh and we're gonna be talking about some paranormal, spooky stuff. And yeah, just hanging out. Maybe let you do the ranch this summer. Yeah. So do you guys remember a video that I uploaded a long time ago? I'll show you the video. But the gentleman that's in chat there, Brian, it's actually his property that this image was taken on. So I'll find the video. I gotta because I see him in chat talking, but this image that I uploaded this video is so old. This one right here. This image, this video right here. This trail cam, this is actually a trail cam image that was captured on his property. So I made a video about it a long time, like about a year ago. So, and I don't know. I've thought about going a little bit more in depth with it and giving doing some cool stuff with it, but just hasn't gone that way. Thank you, yo. You're welcome. Every night, but I went and did an overnight out of jail. That's my dream one day. There's a jail that I really want to investigate in Winnipeg called the Vaughan Street Jail. And it looks incredibly creepy, and it's got some cool history attached to it. So I think that would be the cool one. I'm getting an invite for Sir Josh. He must be live. Let's see if he's live or not. He is live. Let's see if he's in the server. He is live, all right. All right, I think we're gonna head over and we're gonna jump into a chat with Josh. One and only Josh. He came and did an investigation with us a long time ago. Tiffany, yes, Tiffany is here. Okay, I'm calling you now. Why is there no sound? Hello? Hello? How are you doing this evening? All right, I'm doing great. That is good. I'm glad you're doing well. Tiffany is asking how you're doing. Oh, I bet you my people can't even hear you. Because that's not on. There, now we should be able to hear Josh.
Mic check, mic check. 1, 2.
There we go. I think we're good now.
There we go. We're rocking and rolling.
Perfect.
So,
I'm gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, first things first. Did you survive the big snowstorm?
I did. Did you survive the big snowstorm?
I did. Although from what I've gathered online, it does not sound like we got it as bad as you did in your neck of the woods.
Oh, it was bad. We had snow. I barely could drive down the road, like a block, to go to the store.
And you drive a truck, right?
I do, but it's only 2-wheel drive. But it was really bad.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to leave the house until today. After we have a neighbor who has a bobcat, and we enlisted him to clear the driveway, and then I was able to go out in the boat.
Yeah, it was nasty actually. Oh. I'm gonna put on push to talk.
I've got somebody that wants to go live with me. Cordell, what would you like to talk about if we go live?
How do we do that?
So here's a stupid question, because I hardly ever use Discord. If I hit push to talk,
Sorry, what was
if I
that?
hit push to talk, where do I find the button to push to talk?
Well, if you go into your key bindings, so if you go to the user settings in the bottom corner there,
Yes.
and then go to voice and video under app settings.
Okie doke.
And then do you see where it says voice activity and then push to talk? And then underneath that it says shortcut.
I do see that, yep.
Okay, put it to push to talk, and then for the shortcut, just click a button on your key, and then it'll be linked to that key, and then you have to hold that button down to talk.
Oh, well, there we go. Let's see what I can do there.
We got a dumping a game too. Hope you got an hope you get to investigate there. We do. We have some investigations lined up. We're actually traveling to Manitoba in June, and it'll be the second investigation in Manitoba. But I am going to start branching out into other provinces, because in Saskatchewan, I am running out of locations to investigate. So my plan is I want to start branching out into other provinces, and there are some wicked haunts in Manitoba and in Alberta. So that is the plan. I want to branch
So
out.
now, Curtis, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Yep. So we don't want to be just Saskatchewan contained. We want to branch out. So, and then I'm not sure when. Maybe when we get a little bit more popular. I want to go to the U.S. My dream location, and I'm a little bit jealous of Spectral Paranormal because they've been to my dream location that I've always wanted to investigate since I was like a young person, and that's the Villisca Axe Murder House. I really want to spend a night in that place, and I'm jealous because they went there and did that. I would love to spend a night in that haunted, crazy building. One of the most haunted buildings in the United States. the Villisca Axe Murder House. That would be a dream. So, I don't know, maybe one day we'll get there. Also, I really want to go check out the Winchester Mystery House. Those are the two that have been on top of my list for a long time. So, one day, I guess. Let's see if we can find Josh. Fuck. There he is. Yes, Winchester. Yes, it is my dream to go there. I really want to go to the Winchester Mystery House. It is my dream. But it is, I do need to get a passport. There is some other factors involved with that, and I'm not sure if the channel is quite at a point where I want to start venturing into other places, other countries. I just want to stay in Canada for right now. Just for now, until maybe the channel gets a little bit more popular, more up there. But for now, I want to stay in Canada and kind of explore everything in Canada first, and then sort of branch out, I guess, to other countries. But we'll see what happens. Maybe something will come up and we change our minds and decide to branch out. Who knows? So, but again, thank you all for hanging out with me this evening. We are here with Josh. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's talking to his people over there. But yeah, that is. What is your dream location to investigate in Saskatchewan? If you had to pick one location to go to, what would it be?
Well, I think, so for TikTokers who maybe didn't hear the question from Curtis, he just asked what my dream location to be for an investigation in Saskatchewan. I think if I had to pick one location, it would probably be, and I don't know how it would ever happen because it is still an active prison, but it would be the Saskatchewan Penitentiary. I think would be a very fascinating place to spend some time and do an investigation.
So, I'm not sure if you've seen online, but did you see about the Gravelbourg Convent? What happened?
I did see that story, yes, and it's quite interesting. I mean, I kind of get where the town is coming from, right? Because I think the numbers that I saw, they bring in something like $16,000 per year in rent, but it costs like $55,000 per year for utilities, and I think a big chunk of that might just be heating the building. But what I don't get is why they would kick the people out as we're going into the warmer months. Like, why not let them stay until the fall like they were hoping for?
Yeah, I don't know. But do you think now, with all these people leaving, do you think now that we could go in and do an investigation and spend an entire night?
I think if there was ever a chance, this is probably as good as it's ever going to get, and it might be worth reaching out and seeing what they say.
I think I will, but I'm going to wait a bit, just to, until everything's set and done, I guess.
Yeah, like I wonder, because I think people are supposed to be up by the end of March, so if you waited for, maybe a few weeks into April and then see what happens.
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens, but I think this is the prime opportunity, I think.
I think you're right. Have you ever been to the convent, even just for like a tour?
I have not, definitely have not, but it is on my list that I really want to go and check it out.
It is a pretty neat building. I went for a tour probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago now. We were camping at Grasslands National Park, and on our way down we stopped in Gravelbourg and went for a tour. And I mean, the building itself is just so damn big and imposing for what you would expect to see in a small town. Not to mention the giant cathedral. that is also right next door, right? And we did not have any spooky experiences while we were there, but it was still just a neat building to wander through and think about all of the stories that I had heard about the ghosts that inhabit that building.
It definitely is a very interesting building, and one that I would one day love to spend a night at and do an investigation.
Yeah, I feel like it would be interesting to get to parts of the building that aren't used as much. Like, my understanding now is the fourth floor is or has been relatively unused since the 70s when the Sisters of Mary and Jesus left the convent. And I believe that's where a lot of the living quarters were for the sisters. So it'd be interesting to get in there and just wander around a bit, because people have had some experiences in those hallways too.
So I wonder what's going to happen to the building now that everyone's gone out of it. I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, from what I can gather, they are hoping to find somebody who will come in and, basically come up with alternative uses for the building. And I don't know, like, unfortunately, Gravelberg is such a small place that I don't know that they have the population base that would warrant, like, an extravagant or significant revamp and overhaul of the building, because, I mean, those buildings are obviously very large, and I don't know if they've ever done anything like asbestos remediation and things of that nature. And I mean, the price tag to do things like that would be astronomical, not to mention, electrical work or anything else that needs to be done. So, I mean, the crappy thing about our province is that we have a history of destroying our history. And I would hate to see that building demolished. And I know it is actually like a National Historic Site. So
yeah, I don't think they'd be
protections
able. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to tear it down then.
Yeah, but I mean, the sad part is, it can be a protected building and still sit there and decay if it's not used, right? So that's unfortunate.
But I think this would be the prime opportunity to do an investigation. Sure.
I think you're right.
My plan is I'm gonna wait until it gets a bit warmer and then message them.
Tell them you don't need heat.
I think we can talk about the awesome celebration that's coming up.
I think we can, for sure.
Now, just keep in mind we can't mention dates or anything that's happening, because only the winners will know the actual date of when it's going to be happening.
Oh, you mean calendar dates? I thought you were talking about the dates that we're bringing to the event.
No.
It's funny because I was thinking about dates and I was like, I know we talked about potential dates and then those dates kind of slipped my mind. So you don't even have to worry about me talking about it.
Oh, perfect. So you don't remember.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how it's going to work is if anyone in your chat is interested, on our Facebook group, we have a event going on where you could win a paranormal investigation with us at the Tommy Douglas Performing Arts Center. So if anyone's interested, go check out the event link on my Facebook, Purgatory Adventures, and you might have a chance to win an investigation with us. So we have Jackie is coming with us as a guest. She's a psychic medium. And Josh is going to be there, and we're going to spend a night just hanging out at the Tommy Douglas building. We're going to do a video live stream. We're probably going to have a pizza. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it will be kind of a neat follow-up for the investigation that we did last October. And yeah, TikTokers, if you're listening and you're based in Saskatchewan, check out the Purgatory Adventures Facebook group, and make sure that you check out the post. There's an event with talking about the celebration. All you have to do, I think, Curtis, and correct me if I'm wrong, is like and follow or join your group, I guess, and then mark yourself as going in that event, and then they'll be eligible for inclusion in the draw.
Yeah, for sure. That's all you got to do. And then we're drawing the names on the 19th. Now, to qualify, you have to be able to drive to the location, right? Of course. And yeah, just make sure you bring a flashlight, sleeping bag, stuff like that. You know, whatever you think you might need. You can even record too if you want.
Last time we were there, Curtis, one of the top things that you kept recommending for me to bring was an extra pair of pants and underwear. And
yes, that is also recommended.
So there you go. There you go.
Even though you missed the footsteps coming down the stairs, which I think was the scariest part of the whole night.
Yeah, I was hanging out in a room all by myself and having a nice conversation with who knows who, but...
Yeah, we were catching some pretty interesting EMF spikes too, like really relevant EMF spikes.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting. I see Tiffany in your chat mentions depends. So I guess
Depends, yeah, I see that too.
there's something that you can bring.
But I can't bring my son, he's on the... Yeah, can't bring...
Depends.
Also, you must be 18 years of age too.
18. There
Must
you have
be
it, folks.
18. And there are 8 spots only available, and the 8 spots are only for yourself, so...
Curtis, there's a question that's come in on my chat here. And the question is, have you watched Twilight? I think I have watched one of the Twilight movies, and that is all. How about you?
I have not.
There you go.
I have
Sparkly
not
vampires, werewolves, not something that appeals to us.
My favorite paranormal show right now is actually called Destination Fear. And I know I got you into that. I showed you and you love it, don't you?
It is a good show. What I like about that, about Destination Fear, is that like they don't rely so much on devices and stuff. It's more so about like just going in and experiencing the environment that they're in. But the thing that shocks me is just how many abandoned haunted hospitals are in the United States.
It is insane. And then you come to Saskatchewan and there's not, you can't even find one.
It's because we keep demolishing them.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. So Vincent is asking in the chat over here too, is you ever see anything at those things? And I'm assuming they mean on a paranormal investigation. So I know that I have not seen anything on any investigations that I've been on. How about you, Curtis?
Oh, where do I begin? I have seen full body figures run down the road at a cemetery that we were investigating. It ran down the road, and when it got to a gravestone, I watched it put its hands on top of its head and like deteriorize into the ground. It was the craziest thing I have ever seen. I thought I was going insane, but when my uncle looked at me and told me I just seen that, I knew I wasn't crazy. It was the craziest, wildest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that would be just mind-blowing to see. Like, I know that you and I have had this conversation before too about the fact that I have not seen anything. I've had lots of strange experiences where I've heard noises and that I can't quite explain, but I've never seen anything. And I would be, curious to see how I would react. I think I know how I would react, but it's one of those situations, I think, where how you think you'll react compared to how you'll actually react in the moment are two different things.
Yeah, it's crazy when it happens. I have a really good story that I want to share with everybody on your side. Please do. So we were doing an investigation at a cemetery that is actually on our channel, and we weren't filming a video. We were just out there investigating, and I seen a child run. It was like I seen it out of the corner of my eye, and when I looked over, it literally you could see like a little small, like almost like infant kind of like running, and you could see its arms moving and everything, and it kind of just disappeared. It was running through the cemetery. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, see, that would be pretty scary though. Like the thought of
Oh, it is so cool to see. I remember, like, that was the second time. Like, the first time I seen it, it was like a ball of light, like a really, really big ball, and it like moved like a person would, right? And then it vanished. Then the second time I seen it, it had arms and it was like moving and running.
Yeah. Well, and so your story here has led to a question from Vincent about going looking for little people. So I know fairies and things of that nature. Do you think that's maybe what you saw? Do you think it was?
No, actually. So the cemetery we were at it's a pioneer cemetery, and there is actually children that are buried in the cemetery. So I believe that what we seen was just children that are out there still.
Yeah, we all know I guess we don't know firsthand how difficult it was in those pioneer days, but yeah, it's sad to hear about all the children who died.
That same cemetery, we had a really cool voice come through the cemetery. So at the back corner of the cemetery, there is actually people from Texas that are buried in there. They're from Texas, and through the spirit box, we got a voice that came through, and they had a Texas accent. And I can't remember. I gotta look back in the video and check, and I can't remember what they said, but it blew us away when we rolled back the footage and we heard the voice come through and say, what did it say? I gotta look back in the video, but it was insane. Can't remember what it said, guys. I'm having a brain fart.
It's interesting to me when you have situations where you hear voices with accents and stuff like that, just because
having a brain fart. I feel like I don't know my videos.
Spirits can either travel from their home locations, or maybe it is just somebody who passed away
creepy cemetery
in
video.
our province while visiting here, or whatever the case may be.
What did it say? Dude, I'm having a brain fart, guys. I can't remember the video.
Did you hear that whistle? It was like, you heard that?
I gotta look back in the video here and find it because it's gonna drive me nuts. I don't even know my own video.
What is that right there? Oh my god, I seen a black
It goes further back.
Curtis, you went silent.
But I just seen a black.
Sorry, I'm looking back in the video to remember what the spirit said, but it was very clear, and I can't believe I forgot what it said.
Just going back in the comments here.
I'm right here. That's what it said. Yes. So I went back and looked through the video here, and it actually, you can hear it clear as day. It comes through in a Texas accent and says I'm right here. It is crazy. The old Weyburn one was good. Yes, it was good. I wish we could go there and do that one, but it is gone.
Somebody is asking in the chat here if I've watched a documentary on Thunder Bay, and it's the most scary thing I've ever watched. I actually have not seen that, and I'm not too sure what that documentary might actually be about.
Another really cool experience I've had at that same exact cemetery was heard a whistle in my ear, and the crazy thing about this whistle is only I heard it, and it was really loud and in my ear. And what was awesome about that is Nathan never heard that whistle, but it was captured on my digital recorder, and I was the only one that heard it. So I thought that was crazy. And when you listen back to the digital recorder, it was like a really you can really barely hear it, but in my ear it was so loud, right? Like someone whistled in my ear, and I was the only one that heard it, and it was captured on my digital recorder. So I thought that was pretty cool and unique.
So for a whistle, would you say it was kind of like just, somebody, and I guess people can whistle very loudly without using their fingers, or was it like, was it the finger style whistle super loud, or was it just like somebody whistling, zippity doo dah or something like that?
It actually, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I got a recording of it, I believe. It was actually insane. I've never heard or had anything like that happen to me before. And it freaked me out. At first I thought I was going insane, like I was the only one that heard that, but no, Nathan definitely didn't hear that, and it was definitely captured on my digital recorder I had in my hand. What was this video?
Well, the interesting thing about whistles is that Nathan and I had an experience with whistling when we were at
Yes,
the
that's right. I missed that.
Yeah, you were in the basement at the time. And of course, one of the tales about the Tommy Douglas building is
Oh,
that one
yes.
of them likes to whistle. And so I
forgot it
thought
said
that
that.
we would just sit there and I think you were in the basement doing was it a spirit box session or
Yes,
something
that's
like
what
that?
it was. I was doing a spirit
Yeah.
box. That's what it smells like.
And so Nathan and I are sitting in the main hall
Right?
upstairs,
That's what it smells like.
and I am just whistling,
And it
very
rained.
simple,
Was that you?
I didn't hear
going
it.
back and forth a
hear the
couple of
whistle?
times, and
What the f?
I stopped.
You didn't hear that?
after-
I heard
I don't know how
something,
many
but-
You
times I had tried it,
rained.
and then we
It-
heard
Yeah, that's right.
something
That's-
whistle back,
okay.
and it was
I
like
got it. I found
it
it.
only did one of
Back,
the
welcome
notes that
back.
I did, the first one, but it was like the exact same note and tone and almost like the exact same length of time. And I heard it and I did not react right away. And Nathan, he was the first one that was like, "Did you whistle again?" And I said, "No, it wasn't me." And he's like, "Did you hear that though?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, it wasn't me either because I don't even know how to whistle." And yeah, it was pretty cool. And that was the only time that we had heard that. And I tried it a couple of times throughout the night, but it was pretty neat.
Yeah, the Tommy Douglas building is definitely a very active location. And I'm very interested to see what happens when we get like 12 people in that building and we expose ourselves to this. Like, is the activity gonna increase, or I'm kind of curious to see what's gonna happen.
It will be interesting. It will be interesting for sure. And I mean, the last time that we were there, it was the Halloween weekend. And of course, there was lots of activity going around outside the building because of, Halloween things at the Heritage Village and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see without that activity, will we have a different experience this time around.
Don't crash, don't crash. Yeah, I'm definitely very, very, very excited for this. I'm excited to get people in on this and to kind of get them involved and show them exactly what happens on our investigations and stuff like that, and show them that the paranormal is real, right? There is something else out here.
Tiffany, I think there was a question that she had about a hotel in case her bride needs a place
Here's the
to
whistle.
stay.
Here's the raw recording here.
So obviously in Weyburn, it's a larger
Are you
center,
here with
so
us?
there would be
Is there
access to
any other
hotels if
spirit-
needed, right?
Found it, guys.
What happened if one of us opened?
This is the whistle that we captured at the cemetery.
Is there like it's rain? And it
Christian,
rained.
you turn 20 in a week.
Was that
Any
you?
advice? My advice to you is
And
I'm going-
enjoy your 20s because once 30 comes, life just zips by.
Hang on, I muted Josh for a minute. I want to listen to this. I'm pretty sure this is the clip, though, that we captured the whistle.
smells like.
Yeah,
But
and
it-
it's stars then.
And it rained.
Right there,
Was that
you
you?
know.
It rained.
Yeah, it goes. I can't whistle, but it goes. You can hear it. It goes, and really quick like that. And that's what I heard, but it was really loud in my ear. But in the clip, it actually sounds like it's far away. I love this. I love that clip. Anyways, we'll unmute Josh. Oh, why it happened? Why didn't it? Did he mute himself? Mute himself. Mute himself.
I did mute myself because I thought you did the same.
No, so what happened was I was trying to
I did
find the
mute myself
original.
because-
I was trying to find the original clip of the whistle, and I found it. and you can hear it. It's very faint in the background. It goes like, I can't make the sound. No, I can't whistle, but I can send it to you. But I think there's swearing in it, so I wouldn't maybe play it on live stream.
Dropping F-bombs.
Oh yeah.
Holy, that thing just whistled at me. It's cat calling.
So it's at about a minute there in.
All right. I'm going to mute my feed and listen to it quickly.
Yeah, about 57 seconds in that area there.
Okay.
Back. Welcome back. Yes. Saying bye to my friend. All right. Milford still in chat? How are you doing this evening? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Yo, we just hit... Oh, wow. Look at this, guys. We just hit 1,040. Thank you all so much. We got to upgrade. Did that thing update? It didn't update. Okay. We need to update this thing. We are now at a whopping... Ooh, yes. Let's go. Look at the fireworks. We're at 1,040. Woohoo. We got to upgrade our thing here. So we got to take off the 18. Because we're now not 18 here. We have to go back and we have to fix our thing here. Oh. Thank you so much for subscribing. Means a lot. Whoever subscribed. It was an old hospital in Weyburn. Weyburn has a hotel. No, it was a hospital.
Well, I could certainly hear that little sound there, Curtis.
It is. Cool. What's crazy about that is in that clip, it sounds so far away, but at the moment, like when I was there, it was really loud in my ear.
Well, that's interesting too, because I know one experience that I had, it wasn't a whistling sound, but it was the sound of it like a door being, well, I think if it happened as I think it did, this door to an attic was forced open by something. And it was interesting because in the moment, it sounded more like a screeching, scraping sound almost. But when we went back and listened to the audio, it was more of like a banging sound, right? Like somebody was knocking into something as opposed to screeching and scraping. And that's interesting too, I think, just you know, how you probably hear things in the moment versus when you can go back and review the audio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely interesting when it happens, that's for sure.
Yes. So here's a question that came in on my TikTok, Curtis, and I'll maybe ask it to you. Wintertime. Well, there's two questions that Wintertime has asked. So for those of you on TikTok who are maybe just joining us, we're hanging out tonight doing a thing that I like to call crossing the streams, where I'm streaming on TikTok, Curtis is streaming on his YouTube channel for Purgatory Adventures, and we just have conversations. And so this is your chance. If you have any questions for a ghost hunter, submit them here and I'll get them to Curtis. And Curtis, the one question is, do you believe in ghosts?
Of course I believe in ghosts. I've believed in ghosts since I was 12 years old.
And what was the thing that pushed you into the believer category?
The believer category? I believe I've told your stream and my stream many times the experience that got it started, so for me. But I'll say it again for everyone that's just tuning in or hasn't heard the story before. It was an investigation I went on with Nathan. He took me to it very first time. I had no idea anything about the paranormal. I was just young. I was like, what is this kind of thing? And we went to a place called Criddle Vane Homestead in Manitoba, and there was a house. It was nice, good place, and before me, they were having experiences out there on that property, and I remember going there to that house, and when you open the front door of that place, it feels like someone has turned an AC and pointed it directly at you, but you're in the middle of nowhere. The house has no power. There's not even power lines going out there. It's in the middle of nowhere, and you open the front door and it feels like there's like an AC just blasting at you full blast, and it almost feels like you have the feeling when you're in the house like there's like a racetrack that's running through there, and there's like constantly moving vehicles. It's hard to explain unless you're there in the moment, but the moment that really made me believe in the paranormal is when I got attacked at that location. I got the worst burning sensation I've ever felt down my arm, and I remember walking from the house to from the house to the bug laboratory, and on the way there I got this sensation on my arm, and it just burned like you wouldn't believe. And when I lifted the sleeve up on my shirt, I seen that there was like these 3 scratch marks that went down my arm, and within the scratch marks there started to be these like blisters that started to form within it, and it was just like, what is this sort of thing? And it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, but that was the first. It's kind of what opened the door to it. And then it was probably about a year later, my friend called me about a house that was haunted. He used to live there. He wasn't living there at the time, but they still own the house. They were living across the street from it. And he called me to the house and he told me about some of the activity that was happening. And with my previous experience at Criddle Farm, he said, you can come have a look and, we'll spend the weekend. And that investigation did not go as planned. It was one of the scariest investigations I've ever been on to date. And it will forever haunt me, because what happened at that house actually followed me. It followed me from that location and came home with me and started tormenting me in my regular everyday life. But it was one of the craziest experiences, seeing stuff fly around a room, and like cupboards opening and doors slamming in front of your face, stuff just moving and you can't explain it. It's one of the freakiest, eye-opening things you can ever experience, and it's scary when it happens to you. So it was a really terrifying. And then also on that same investigation, I witnessed my friend get attacked at that same location. He got claw marks that went across his back, and we captured that on camera. I have a video of it up on my YouTube channel, so if anyone wants to go see it, you can go and see it. We captured EVPs of, like, you could hear footsteps walking through the house, and you can hear like cupboards slamming, and there was doors slamming. Very first time ever in that house, we walk in the front door, we're at the breaker box, and the front door, it wasn't even the outside door, it was the inside door. There was like a porch area before you go to the outside, and that inside door was just opening and closing, going bang bang. And I remember we went up to it and the door stopped dead. It stopped dead, and it was the craziest thing ever. A little while later, we were sitting in a circle on the floor. My friend had a recorder on the ground attached to a speaker. We're sitting on the floor, and down at the end of the hallway, we hear a closet door slide open, and we go to check it out. When we go to get up and go down the hallway, my friend's digital recorder that's sitting on the ground goes flying across the floor. And we're just like, what is this? What are we dealing with here? Like, this is just out of our control. And yeah, we had cupboard doors. It was just an insane investigation. It was after that moment that I was a true full believer in the paranormal. And that's when I knew I wanted to dedicate, a lot of my life, doing it 10 years now, to the paranormal, and go out and try to show people that there is really something out here. And it is scary when the haunt is right. It can be scary. So
Well, that kind of ties into the next question that Wintertime asked. And the next question is, where do you think we go after we die? Do you have any thoughts on that question?
That was a long speech. Sorry, what was the question? I missed it.
Where do you think we go after we die?
That is a really good question. I believe that we have a choice when we die. I believe that we can either choose to go to heaven or we can choose to stay on earth. So I believe that we have a choice.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know that I have given that question enough thought to have a reasonable answer, but it certainly would seem that there is at least a few people, and by people I mean spirits, I guess, after, they've passed on, that have certainly chosen, and of course it's more than a few, but that have chosen to stick around here on Earth.
Crossing the streams, I love it.
Shout out to DJ Tommy 3000, who says his response to that question was unlimited Chinese buffet. That might not be a bad place to go.
Yeah, that might not be, actually.
Yeah, although I don't know if you would be able to enjoy the food, so it might be torture just to be stuck in a place where you, I guess, are just around the food and without enjoying it.
So I have a question for the people in your chat.
All right.
Do you guys believe in heaven or hell? Do you believe that there is such a thing? I believe there's heaven and there is hell. Perfect. Thank you.
Nighthawk answered that question in your chat.
I see that just as I asked the question. I seen that pop up.
Got a mind reader here. There you go, TikTokers. The question from Curtis: do you believe in heaven and hell? Throw your responses in the chat.
I believe in both as well. I believe there is both heaven and hell. Because where you have good, there always has to be bad to balance each other out. So, and I've definitely seen the negative side to paranormal. So if there's a negative side, then there has to be a positive side. That's what I believe. So. How's it going, Nighthawk? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. You are 100% right. Yes, because I've been doing this long enough, and I've seen the bad side, what happens when it follows you home. And it is terrifying. I've had it follow me home before and wreak havoc in my life. And I'm telling you, it's one of the scariest things you can ever experience in your life when you have something follow you home and cause, horrible things to happen and stuff like that, and you don't fully understand what's happening. It's terrifying. Oh, you're from Saskatoon. That's pretty cool. I would love to get an investigation in Saskatoon. I always find that big cities just aren't interested in our business and investigations. They're just always like, no way. I've tried countless locations in Saskatoon and Regina and have gotten big fat no's. So I don't know what it is about the big cities, but I find that small towns are a little bit more accepting and a lot more inviting for us. So a little bit sad because there's so many locations that I want to go to and do an investigation at. So. But this year, guys, we are going to Manitoba and doing an investigation over there. This is 100% confirmed.
Curtis, there's a response here. One person says that, yes, they do believe in heaven and hell.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
And another question that just came in, favorite ghost story in Saskatchewan. So we know that you get out there and you experience the ghosts firsthand, but do you have a story that you consider to be your favorite Sask ghost story?
Oh, there is so many. So many. I've been to like 20 some different locations all over Saskatchewan and have heard countless stories about people, what they've experienced, and I like them all. I like to hear what people have to say about the paranormal. I don't have a particular favorite that sort of sticks out in my mind. I enjoy any paranormal story that they have to tell.
I think if I had to pick a favorite ghost story in Saskatchewan, it would probably have to be the St. Louis Ghost Train. I just feel like that is a story that has, it's been around for so long, and
it's definitely one of Saskatchewan's most infamous ghost stories. That's for sure.
Yes, and I think part of why it's my favorite too is it's something that friends and I have tried to venture out to experience, and
hopefully y'all can get into the Mara residence. I've tried Mara residence before. They have declined us.
Just some fun times, some good memories that we can look back on. So while we may not have memories that include the ghost light, we do have some funny memories that include just the journey out there itself. So the person who asked this question, Jessie, is from Ontario, and she has not heard the story of the St. Louis Ghost Light. So maybe I should tell the little story from Scary Saskatchewan.
He thinks I'm crazy. My residents interested in.
So Jesse,
no,
the story
they are
is,
not
and
interested
Curtis,
in
I
investigation.
can mute myself if you'd rather carry on your stream, but I'm more than welcome or more than willing to share the story with your listeners too.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, I was just I was talking with my people.
Yeah, so I'm about to tell the story of the St. Louis Ghost Lights. If you would like to participate, if not, I can shut things down for a second and tell the story on TikTok.
No, you're all good. Go ahead. We are listening.
All right. So, about 35 kilometers south of Prince Albert and along the banks of the South Saskatchewan River, you'll come across the village of St. Louis. A local legend dating back as far as the 1920s says a train conductor was walking the tracks during a routine inspection when he was hit by a locomotive, resulting in his decapitation. Fast forward to the present day, the train tracks have long since been removed, but a mysterious and ghostly white light, and sometimes an ominous red light, can be seen traveling the same path that was once a Canadian National Railway line. Is this legendary light the spirit of a train conductor who met his untimely demise in an unfortunate accident, or is it the headlights from a passing vehicle? I'll let you decide for yourself.
There you have it.
So
folks.
that's kind of the quick version of the St. Louis Ghost Lights, but I have tried to venture out to see this light on a few occasions, have not had any success, but it is certainly one of the more enduring ghost stories from Saskatchewan.
It is, and if anyone in your stream knows exactly where the location is and would be willing to send me like a pin drop location of it, I'd be very grateful, because I would actually try to see if I can get permission to go there and do that, do an investigation there, but I don't exactly know where it is, so it makes it a lot harder to find when you don't know where it is. So if anyone in your stream knows where it is, please send me a pin location of it.
Yeah, so there you go. And can I email it to you?
They can email it to me, or they can send it to me on Messenger, whatever you want to do.
All right, there you go. Jesse, you're asking if it's a hiking path now, if the train doesn't run through anymore. So it's actually on private property now, and it's, if I was in the right spot last summer when I tried to go out there and find it, it is just you can kind of tell where the track bed used to be, but the trees are now so overgrown that it's really kind of hard to point out where it was. And yeah, because it's on private property, my understanding is they don't often allow folks to venture out and do the investigations or even just look for the light anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not sure how much you can see if you are just hanging out on the road looking down the path, which is what my friends and I tried to do. And to be honest, I'm not sure that we were in the right spot.
It would be a very interesting location to try to get permission for, which I would be, if I knew where it was, it would make things a lot easier in trying to get permission.
You could just survey the area and hopefully find somebody, but that would take some time, and who knows how long it would take.
We had to do that actually for our second investigation ever on our channel. It was for the Indian Head Screaming House video that we did. We had to go and try to find the property owner. That took some time. We had to go door to door, get information, but yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, well, that building itself is another one with quite a fascinating story. The
It
Indian
is.
Head
That would probably, actually, if I had to pick a ghost story, I think that would be my favorite one of in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, the interesting thing for me is like I've driven past that house so many times without really, and it was interesting because when somebody brought that story up to me, I was like, I do remember hearing about it, but had kind of forgotten about it. And then when I did hear it and, kind of looked into it more and did some reading about it, I was like, holy cripes, I drive by that house like a couple of times a year. And I know exactly where it is, right? And it just never clicked. And because of COVID, I still haven't driven past that house in quite some time. But yeah, I will definitely be keeping my eyes peeled next time I head to Winnipeg.
Things I'm crazy. So yeah, going back to the Mar residents, I emailed them a long time ago. They have actually denied us, telling us they're not interested in a paranormal investigation. For those of you that were holding your breath for a paranormal investigation at the Mar residence, no longer hold your breath because that's off the table. So we are looking for other locations. So like I said, big city locations are just like no one cares. So they're not interested in it, I guess, but we are constantly looking for new locations to go to. So if you guys got any suggestions, you can send them my way on Messenger, or you can email suggestions to me for locations, and I'll look into it and see if it's a proper fit for the channel and worth going to. So yeah, but no, they're not interested in investigation, which really sucks because I'm very interested in an investigation. You ever tried the... Hey, this is... So, I can't remember who it was, but I feel like it was you, Nighthawk. Someone suggested the Senator Hotel, and I wrote it down in my book on the last stream. I can't remember who it was in here. And I've heard lots about this hotel. I think it was the Senator Hotel. I wrote it down in my book, because... Oh, sorry, it was the Grant Hall Hotel. Okay, sorry, it was someone else. But the Senator Hotel sounds familiar, too. The Grand Hall Hotel in Moose Jaw, someone was telling me about, that was in here. They said they stayed there, and they said that they had to get a new room because of the activity that was going on. That's crazy. When you gotta ask to get another room because of the activity, that's insane. I can't remember who it was, but someone was in the stream last time telling me about this, and I wrote it down. I wrote down the room number. But the Senator Hotel, what has happened there? Believe that I've had a few people in here telling me about the Senator Hotel. I'm not a big fan on hotels just because it's so hard to isolate like noises and stuff like that. Senator Hotel, Saskatchewan. Oh, it's in Saskatoon. Yes, I have heard about this place. It was on the Saskatoon's most haunted. Yes, I've heard about this place. And I don't know if they would really be interested in it. It looks like I don't know. Looking at this place, I can tell right away that they're gonna have no interest in a paranormal investigation from us, and we'd just be wasting our time with it. I get Saskatchewan hotel vibes from this place. So I had a bad experience with a hotel. We went to the Saskatchewan Hotel, and we did an investigation there. We caught nothing, and I just felt like it was just a waste of time. And I don't know, I kind of just lost the taste to do investigations at hotels, so I don't know if I will. But the Grant Hall Hotel has me very interested, just because they said that they had to get a new room. So that's insane. You gotta get a new room because of paranormal activity that's going on. That's crazy. So I am interested in that, and maybe we might book a night, or I might look into it. But I want to see if I can book this room that they gave me. They told me that they were in. That was insane. What was the room number? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can book this room. So, this is my investigation book. And in the book, I wrote down the hotel name and the hotel room that I'm gonna try and book. And maybe we can get a location there. And we'll kind of go incognito, I guess. We won't say who we are or anything. Has anyone else heard of the Grand Hall Hotel in Moose Jaw being very haunted? I wonder... So have you heard of the Grant Hall Hotel?
Yes, I have heard of that in Moose Jaw.
Yes, so I had someone in my stream last week tell me about an experience they had in that hotel. They said that they stayed in a specific room and they had to get a new room because the activity was so bad.
Really?
Yes, that is the story I heard, and it has me very, very interested, so...
Did they tell you what kind of experiences they had?
They did not. They just said that the activity was so bad in their room that they had to get a new room. So, and they gave me the room number, so I'm going to see if I can maybe book a night in that room.
Interesting. I know where the hotel is. It's right down Main Street. It's a very nice old hotel, and I think Moose Jaw used to be known for the Temple Gardens Mineral Spa as being the hotel to stay at. Yeah, I think, well, I know that Temple Gardens is undergoing some renovations now, so they might retake the crown, but Grand Hotel has now, I think, become the nicer or nicest hotel in Moose Jaw.
So have you heard about the building being haunted then?
No, actually, I have not heard anything about that building being haunted. But I mean, if we're looking at, old hotels, certainly, there could be some activity in there because it is an older building for sure.
Has anyone in your stream heard about the Grant Hotel being haunted?
TikTokers, have you heard anything about the Grant Hall Hotel in Moose Jaw being haunted? Let me know. Just looking at the website, it is a very nice looking hotel.
It is very nice looking.
Yeah.
I don't do investigations at hotels. I had a bad experience on an investigation at a hotel. So normally I don't do them, but I don't know, something just struck me about that made me very, very interested in it. So
Centralized Gaming on my TikTok says that he has heard of the Grand Hall Hotel being haunted. And he goes on to say, or they go on to say, I think it was the old owner's late wife who died.
That is very interesting. What has he heard specifically in regards to the hauntings there? Like, what has he heard that's happened there, like, for haunting?
Centralized Gaming, any inside information or additional information that you can share?
Because if there's lots of people that have stories from this location, maybe we might go there and check it out.
It says it first opened its doors in 1927.
Still here, just enjoying the show. That's good. Glad you're enjoying the show.
Is the grant named after the owners and the history? So, history on the hotel, according to the website, says the Grant Hall Hotel first opened its doors in 1927 and was named after the vice president of the Canadian Pacific Railway. The majestic 5-story building was designed by an English architect by the name of Richard Jeffrey Bunyard. During his career, Bunyard was responsible for a large number of buildings in the city of Moose Jaw, including schools and hospitals. He was one of the more prominent and prolific architects in the Moose Jaw district and one of the 7 founding members of the Saskatchewan Association of Architects.
And that's very interesting.
Apparently, the hotel closed its doors in 1989 only to take a break before beginning a new chapter in history.
Also, there's a Parktown Hotel in Saskatoon that is haunted over years.
Oh, I see
People
Nighthawk in your stream is talking about the Parktown Hotel. That's going to make Tiffany very happy.
Over the years,
Centralized
people have
Gaming,
reported
Curtis
that-
goes on to say, not really. I know there was a place that was destroyed, that was haunted, and the owner kept building. That sounds like the Winchester Mystery House.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But yes, the owner kept building rooms and boarding them up when they became haunted.
Which hotel is this again? That Nighthawk is talking about?
Parktown Hotel in Saskatoon.
Parktown Hotel. That sounds familiar. Parktown Hotel. Yeah, I've heard about this hotel a few times. It doesn't look haunted though. That's the thing.
Well, it's got lots of stories. Ghosts in the hallway. I think one plays the piano. I think one can be seen in the lounge.
Interesting. It just doesn't look like a typical like haunted place, but I guess.
It's actually much older than it looks as well. And this part of the belief around
Look at this place. It
the
looks like
spirits
a
is that like that house or that street in Saskatoon used to be filled with churches and houses. And the
Beautiful.
houses were demolished so that the house or the hotel could expand. And then its angry owners who were forced out of their homes are part of the group of spirits that is believed might actually haunt the place.
So what location, Josh, would you like to come with us for this year for an investigation besides the Tommy Douglas building?
I don't know. I'm up to anything. Up for anything, I think. If the opportunity presented itself, I would certainly give it consideration.
We'll have to find one of the scariest locations and bring you there.
Bring it on. Just kidding. I do that now, but
I think so far in our adventures over the last 3 years, I think so far the craziest, scariest one is still the Tommy Douglas.
yeah, I just wish that there were more places that were like willing to invite people in.
Yeah, that's why I chose the Tommy Douglas building. There is a few other places we could have went, but I find that the Tommy Douglas building has the most room and it has the most activity where we're kind of like we're not going to be bored, right? So
Mhm.
I know that there's going to be spooky stuff that's going to be happening.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
For a 10-year anniversary thing. That'll be really interesting. Me and Nathan are going to start a tradition where on our anniversary date of the channel, we're going to do a shot in the video. Whatever location is the celebration video. So this year, I think me and Nathan have decided to do a return investigation to the Indian Head Screaming House. I think that's the plan, and I'm pretty sure we can talk about it because I'm pretty sure we're full agreement that we're going back to the Indian Head Screaming House this year, and we're gonna remake the video and see what happens. Oh, and we'll be spending the entire night there in the building. I told Nathan we gotta get cots because there's no way I'm sleeping on the floor in there. So we'll be sleeping in a 210-year-old house, 220-year-old house. I mean,
Oh, quiet on the right side.
All quiet on the left side.
whoa!
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, man.
Hey, what's going on
Is
here?
that you doing that?
Would you like to buy some cookies?
Hey, chicken leg. We got a situation on the griddle.
Oh,
Doing what?
sorry. I had an ad pop up on Facebook. I had a tab open and it started like yelling at me. I thought it was you, but nope.
Now I'm talking to the TikTok folks.
I thought you were playing like random noises or something through the mic. I couldn't figure where these noises were coming from. It was one of my tabs that I had open.
Just trying to scare you.
It freaked me out at first. I'm like, where is this noise coming from?
Oh, that's funny.
It was Facebook playing random stuff. Because I had a tab open and I was looking at something for the Grant Hall Hotel that was on Facebook, and it was like a video that played shortly, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of boring, so I decided not to play it, but it must have started auto playing stuff. We're gonna get a copyright claim now. Hopefully one of my fellow hunters are up. Your fellow hunters. Fellow hunters, fellow ghost hunters. I'm excited for this year for ghost hunting, guys. We already got cool locations lined up and planned, and I think I am going to book a night in the Grant Hall Hotel, and we're gonna do a video there. And I know that's one we can definitely do. We just gotta make sure how much a night is, and maybe I'll call them and see if we can investigate the basement or something. I don't know. Honestly, with hotels, I like to go incognito and not, make ourselves too known that we're filming a video. So, it makes life a lot better. I've always been attracted to the Mar residence. Every time me and hubby drive by there, I always tell him that would be a great place to investigate. But knowing now that they will, yeah. So we called I sent an email to the Mar residence, and the Mar residence sent me an email back saying that they have no interest in paranormal investigations. So we'll leave it at that, because it was kind of sad, because I was also looking forward to doing a paranormal investigation at the Mar residence, but it didn't happen. So we're looking forward to, we got other locations coming up. I'm not really too heard about it, because we have other cool things going on, so that I'm very excited about. Got a lot of cool stuff happening on the channel, so. And I think in May, guys, we are going to do a paranormal investigation at the Grant Hall Hotel. I think that is going to be a plan. I am very interested. I'm going to see if I can book. I'm going to call maybe tomorrow after I'm done work, and I might book the hotel for a day in May, and spend a night, see what happens in the Grant Hall Hotel, in this room that these people told me to book it in, and see what happens. Because I don't know, I'm interested. Can't hurt to do a video, right? What's the worst that happens? We catch nothing? So, see what happens. I think it'll be definitely very interesting, so good luck. That would be an awesome investigation. I just don't like doing hotels. It is awful because contamination is so high. Contamination is high at locations like that. So when you go into a place where you got people above you, people below you, people beside you, and you hear a noise, you don't know where it came from. You don't know if it came from the people next to you, above you, beside you. You don't know. So that's why I don't like hotels, because I can't guarantee you that what is happening is paranormal. you know, if there's a spirit there or not. It's just, it's so difficult to tell. And that is why I hate with a passion hotels. But I think it'd be, I can see it maybe happening. So I think that, why not give it a try? We're starting to run low on the investigation side of things in Saskatchewan, so the more places we go, the better, I guess. That would be an awesome investigation. I think you're very much right. It is, yes, and it's just hard doing an investigation at a location like a hotel. Because there's so much contamination around you. How can you isolate anything, right? So how can you know that 100% what you're hearing is paranormal, right? I mean, we can't guarantee that now, but we can definitely do the best to prove that it's any, you know, it's, we can rule stuff out, right? But I was gonna look something up. I was gonna show you guys something, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, the Mar residence. Where is it here? Looking through my emails. A while back I messaged them and they told me no. Oh, there's another page. I think that's what. Oh, maybe not. Where is it? Mar residence. It wasn't too long ago I sent them an email and asked, so it's in here somewhere. I don't see it. I know I messaged them because I got an email back saying sorry. Okay, fine then. And where is it? Weird, I don't see it. I know I have it in here. Our residence. Okay, so there it is. Right here, guys. So just to show you guys, right here. The Mar residence is not interested in having any paranormal investigations done at the Mar residence. And this is actually done by the Mar board and chair. So that's like a chair member for the Mar residence. So if anyone out there is trying to get an investigation there, stop, because they'll say no. Already done. So unfortunate, but it is how it is. So move on to the next one, right, guys? You are very quiet on your end. Oh, he's muted.
I am. I actually ended my stream because everybody was gone. So I'm just hanging out here. We can talk about whatever you'd like. I was just listening to your conversation.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll turn off push to talk then. Turn off push to talk. Voice.
Tiffany needs a smoke break.
Oh, Tiffany wanted to do a smoke break? Of course. Typical Tiffany. Her and her smoke breaks. There he is. Yes, he is here. He's just, he ended his stream, so.
Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane.
Everyone left, so you got off. Now I'm by myself.
That's right. That's right.
We hit 1,040. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
I hit 11,700 followers.
Okay, he's just flexing now.
No, I was just hovering around 11,600 for 6 months.
He's sitting over here flexing. I hit 11,000.
Doesn't mean anything. TikTok's gonna be banned, and then I'll have nothing.
Yeah.
So.
You'll have to come over to the dark side, over to YouTube.
I will.
And do some YouTube shorts.
Yes.
Then you'll have to get 10 million YouTube or YouTube Shorts views to get monetized. You think you can, in 90 days? In 90 days.
Expecting big things out of the shorts, I
Oh
tell ya.
yes, they expect big things.
Actually, you know what? That line I stole from. It was one of the funniest things I heard during the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. And it was one of the commentators that was men's figure skating. And he said, "We're expecting big things out of the men's shorts." And I don't know if he intended for that to take a dark path, but it was pretty funny.
What is your what is your location that you really want to go to worldwide? Like anywhere in the world. If you go anywhere in the world on an investigation, where would it be?
I don't know. I feel like the first thing that comes to mind whenever that question comes to me is the Winchester Mystery House.
I think that's everyone's first thought. The
Yeah,
Winchester Mystery House.
but I think if I, like, there are so many cool places out there with, you know, with history that, and just stories like the Lizzie Borden Axe Murder House, you know, the Whately House, like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, if I were to stay in North America, there's a countless or an endless number of places that I would be interested in going to.
So my place that I really want to go to is the Villisca Axe Murder House. That's where
Yes.
I really want to go to that place. Either that or the Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas. I believe that's where it is. Can't remember actually. It's called the Haunted Hill House though. The owners of the building actually followed me on TikTok. Not on TikTok, on Twitter. That's how I actually found out about this place. And they had like clips of like all the activity, like because they have like CTV cameras that are in there, and like some of the clips that they were posting were just insane. So
Yeah, that's a house that I've heard of. I
most
feel like
haunted, located in Texas.
I feel like I saw that on BuzzFeed, or no, maybe it was Ghost Files or BuzzFeed Unsolved. That's how I became aware of that house. But that might not even be where it was.
Yeah, it's in Texas. Yeah, this is the house right here.
Okay, it was BuzzFeed Unsolved.
And these guys followed me on Twitter. Here's their Twitter page. So they actually followed me on Twitter, and that's kind of how I found out about this place. And ever since then, I just really wanted to go there and check it out. Because some of the clips that they have... Oh, it won't let me. It wants me to sign in. Some of the clips that they put onto their page were just insane. I'm just going to sign in here quickly. Wants my username. Give me a second here, guys. I don't know my username.
Damn it, Elon.
I know, I never use Twitter. One of the thing I have a Twitter account for the channel, but I never use it. I never advertise it. I never post anything to it. I just use it because it's there. But some of the stuff that they capture at this place is actually quite insane, and which is why I really want to go check it out.
And it
They
was
say the
Hill
Western
House?
Development Museum is haunted. Aha! Actually, Josh has got stories about the Western Development Museum.
Yeah, but I can't talk about that stuff.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot you can't.
But it's the Hill House, you said?
Yes. Won't let me go sign in. Correct, please. What is incorrect about that? That is my name. Yes, Conjuring. No, it's not Conjuring. Not Conjuring. Account. Oh, that had the wrong account. Okay. All right, let me search this up here. Haunted Hill. They actually followed me on Twitter. That's how I found out about this place, and it's crazy some of the stuff that they put on their Twitter page. We go to media, I believe. In there, they got some clips. There's even more that I haven't seen before.
Do share.
Yeah, shit, I weigh more than fucking Daniel. I don't know.
Okay, that's not one. There are some where you like see people get like dragged and like get put, like I seen a guy on here, he got pulled out of the bed. It was insane. Cause they got security cameras all over the place and they always post the security footage. There's one where I seen a guy, he was walking along and he got pushed down the stairs. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you can see him. Oh, no, not that one, not that one. This one, I think. His lantern gets pulled out of his hand. Now that, I don't know if that's him twitching his arm, but you can see that it definitely gets pulled on.
Oh yeah.
I just grabbed my arm, bro. I'm not joking. Why would I split? Oh, that's a damn thing. My dumb man. That's a fucking bee on me. What? Nigga, I just had to bee by hand. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's a fucking nigga.
Yeah. So you can see it, you see the lamp get pulled. There's a few other things on here. Oh, this one, is this the door one? There's one where, right here, this one, where you can see a door open. He walks away and then the door starts to open.
Now I latched that door.
The lady in red isn't the only spirit who resides there. Glasses have been mysteriously stacked. Where is this at? Oh, the Western Development Museum, haha.
Now I latched that door.
And there's children.
I pushed it and
There's children ghosts like one other children. Whoa, what's that? Yo, Rich, thank you so much for the follow. Or for the subscription, I should say. Thank you so much for being the 1041. Perfect, thank you so much. Means a lot. My favorite place I would love to investigate is the Conjuring house. I think that's on everyone's list to investigate is the Conjuring house. And I believe that building is actually open for investigations. If I'm not mistaken. Rich, thank you so much for the subscription, means a lot. Welcome on in.
It's just a cool building, the
It
Conjuring
really is.
House too.
It's got such a history behind it too. Even before like the Conjuring and everything like that and like the what happened back then, but it's got such a rich and cool history behind it. Another place is the Stanley Hotel. Just watched a team earlier tonight called Twin Paranormal do an investigation. I've heard of them actually. I've heard of Twin Paranormal. They're interesting. We are not quite as big as them, but they're definitely interesting. Rich, how's it going? Love me some spooky stuff. I live right next door to the, Oh. Oh, you're from Texas. That's crazy. A long ways away from Saskatchewan. I want to go to Texas. Texas has some really cool haunted locations I really want to go check out.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything is. Texas has got some interesting locations I think would be pretty cool to go check out. Except it's really hot there. That's the only thing. I think my Canadian blood would just like melt away in the I'm used of -40. I'm not used of +40.
I once went to Phoenix, Arizona, and we left Saskatchewan, and I think it was like -5 when we left, which isn't that cold.
No, that's not cold at all.
But when we got to Phoenix, it was like the hottest 4th of Cinco de Mayo, because we landed on the 5th of May, and it was the hottest Cinco de Mayo, and I can't remember how many years, but it was like 105 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, or 109 or something.
Wow. Yeah, I am full-blown Canadian. I like the cold. The other day, we had a massive blizzard that actually just came in, and I live in an apartment building, and I live on the top floor, and it gets really hot up here, and we looked so funny because we had the heat turned off, and we had my balcony window open, and we had a fan blowing because we were just sweating to death because the heat was just so bad. It looked so funny because outside there's like this big massive like blizzard going on, and here we are with a fan going because it's just we're dying.
Just wait until summer comes along.
Oh God, I'm not ready for that. I'm not. I've always lived in a cold, my apartment probably stays about 19, and that's pretty cold. That's 19 degrees Celsius. So when I think room temperature is 21 degrees, so I keep it a little bit below, and like it gets a little bit above that, and I start just sweating. Like right now, is probably 20 degrees in here, and I'm sweating. My Canadian blood. I haven't had my heat on in days though. Probably been like a week since I've had it on. How hot it gets up here.
Well, I was in the living room and I had the fireplace on, and it was nice and toasty in there, and then I fell asleep, so it was really, really warm. And then I came in here to do the live stream, and then I felt really cold because it was so much cooler in this room.
The heat doesn't bother me. It's the dang humidity. Well, you can give us some of your humidity, and we'll give you the dry cold. How about that?
Where the air hurts your face.
Yep. Cold does not bother me. It's the dry that I hate. Dry it gets. Because everything, like my hands, everything is just dry. I hate it.
Yeah, that's the worst part, is the dry skin.
Yes.
Especially if you don't take care of it, and then it cracks, and then
oh,
it
and
becomes
then
even worse.
sometimes it cracks and then it bleeds, and that's when it's like, oh. That's when it. Look at Tiffany spamming the chat with those, with the not connecting. Even though I can see right here that we're connected, Tiffany. Can't fool me. Tiffany. Well, should we do... You're not streaming anymore, right, Josh?
Nope.
You are done for the night. Didn't want to hang out anymore. Oh, look at him in there. Well, I think we're gonna watch a video. It's an old video, but it's a video that we're gonna watch. So we have options tonight. Who wants to watch and react to the new and improved first video on the channel that just came out the other day.
The director's cut.
Not the director's cut. So what I did is we did a live stream for the past few days, the last few weekends we did a live stream. I did a Sunday, Monday live stream, and basically what we did, no, it was a Saturday, Sunday, I can't remember, it was sometime last week, we did a live stream, and I basically sat down and I took the original footage from the first investigation we ever did and we uploaded on our channel. I took all that footage and I recreated the video into something new, but with the skill I have today with the old footage. And I re-uploaded it because I was just turned out so well, and it's just like a night and day difference. Like, for instance, the new video that we made on stream is 14 minutes long. The old video that we uploaded 3 years ago is 26 minutes long. So that's just how much crap I was able to pull out of the video, how much extra whatever was in there, and kind of just went through and pulled the weeds out and kind of used the skill that I have today to make it just a better video. So let me know if we should watch that, or we can watch something else. We could watch the Duck Lake Hotel, which is now #1 video on the channel, which is insane. Ooh, I would have never guessed that Duck Lake Hotel would have went to #1 in literally a week. Would have never guessed.
Months after you first uploaded it.
Yes, so this video was uploaded 3 months ago, and only in the last few weeks did it get to 3.2. So it's just incredible. Crazy how the internet works. One person probably uploaded it to their Facebook page, and then it just kind of spread. We could watch Duck Lake Hotel. We could watch our video that we did at the Tommy Douglas Center.
I'd be curious to see the video that you re-edited.
I re-edited. Okay, I think that's where we're going. I think a lot of people want to see that, so I think that is what we're gonna do. So let me.
I wonder if I should try and stream it on my end, so that, because I feel like there might be a lag if I watch your stream.
There will be a lag. What we can do is we can try and start at the same exact time.
Yeah, let's try that.
Tell you. Oh, so we'll get the video up.
Even if it's within a second. Or
Right there.
something.
All right, there we go. I'm ready. Let me know when you're hitting play.
Oh, my mouse died.
Your mouse died. Oh, you got a wireless mouse. Big mistake.
All right, I've revived it. Okay, ready?
Okay,
you
ready?
do the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, right there. That's
Right there. That's the rock that got thrown.
here.
I hit right there. No way. Do you see those eyes right there? Look at those eyes. Oh my god. It's gone. It's gone. Your final.
See that?
What? What? Why are you running? Oh, Jesus, what was that? What'd you do? What'd you do? What happened? What happened? No way. Who threw the rock? Run, show yourself.
There's a stinky cemetery right there.
Yeah.
And then I went, and then this thing went off crazy.
Whoa! Did you not just hear that? Oh my god, there's a full sentence going on over there. So right now we're coming up on the cemetery. Now unfortunately there's nothing I can do about the edit, about how we made the video to begin with, but all I did was retake what we already have and just re-edit it with the skills I have today. So. Hopefully, we'll see what happens though.
Did you want to go back and re-film everything and try and say the exact same thing word for word?
So, the funny thing about this video is we didn't find out till after we made it and uploaded it and, you know, kind of people watched it and everything, that we weren't actually allowed to be there at night. So, So right now we decided that we probably shouldn't go and do it a second time. Right now. So this kind of was like the video where it's like we gotta get permission before we go do these places. I got all my equipment with me, spirit box, everything. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna see what we can capture, see if we can catch anything on camera. Back then we're like, oh, it's a public place. We can just go and do a video. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna see it. That's so freaky.
That fog is creepy.
It is, yes.
What time of year was this?
This was our very first video ever, so I would probably say July. Okay, so the time has come. It's July of 2020. We're gonna send him off 3 years ago. He's gonna go investigate off by himself. I have all my equipment right here in the kit. So the video was uploaded. I heard that actually. Did you hear that? It sounded like gravel moving. Something is scuffling. Alright, so right now we heard a rock get thrown at us. He's seen it with his own eyes. I don't know where that came from. Where did that even come from? That rock? 2 years ago it was uploaded. It will be 3 years this year. A rock? What?
It said hay.
It said hay?
Yeah.
No way. Oh my god. No way.
There, rock right there.
We've definitely advanced, and we're definitely a lot more skilled than we were back then.
Yeah.
No way. It's right there.
Yeah, right there. That's
Right there. That's the rock that got thrown. It hit right there. No way. No way. Who threw the rock? Come on, show yourself.
What are we saying here?
Okay, so what I want you to do. You didn't see that standing in the middle of the road?
No.
I'm gonna go check out two places over here.
No, I missed it.
What? I thought it was clear. I should have maybe added a circle or something around it. And pan back and it's gone. Or it's moved. Okay. I should have added probably like an arrow or something, or did like a still frame right there, just so people can see it. But it was really clear because if you look, there's like a figure. It's standing in the middle of the road.
I can go back and check it out later. And
all right, let's go further up here, guys. Let me know if you guys see anything that I don't see. In the original, I had a circle around it, but I think if we did like a freeze frame on it and do an arrow, I think that would have worked better. But I didn't do that because this is kind of creepy. I thought it was clear enough, but I definitely heard something move back here. Are you back here? I heard another noise. I'm gonna go back over this way. I keep hearing noises coming from back here. I'm not sure where they're coming from though. Crazy watching this and being like, wow, look how far we've come.
yeah.
Oh my god. I'm hearing noises. They're all around me right now. They're all around. I heard another crunch come from over here. And then one came from back in this direction. Back then we were like, everything is paranormal. Nowadays it's like, is it really? What was that? I heard something again. I keep hearing all these noises, but... And I remember Nathan coming up to me in this investigation being like, this is the scariest thing we've ever had happen to us. In the middle of this cemetery.
If you only knew what was to come.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I'm just thinking about that now. It's like, if we only knew. Whoa!
Yeah.
Jesus, what was that? What'd you do? What'd you do? What happened? What happened? What? You bumped the...
No, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
You must have bumped the button.
No.
It just did that. It just did that on its own.
I had it like this.
And it just changed on its own.
Yes.
You had it like that. You had it. Show them how you had it when it went off.
I had it like that.
Had it like that, and it just went off. You sure you didn't accidentally bump the button?
I don't know. I was talking to in the creepy trees over there.
Yeah.
And it just went.
It just went. It started hissing at you.
And then it just went. Channel went off.
Channel went off. Ooh. Anyways, go back over there. Try to get more evidence.
Holy shit.
Are you sure you captured that?
I hope so.
Tell me you caught that on camera. Please tell me.
Can I get my heart stop pounding? I said I'm gonna go. I was like between the two trees.
Yeah.
And I had like this.
Yeah.
Showing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm in between the two trees here. There's a creepy cemetery grave there.
Yeah.
And then I went, "Arr," and then this thing went off crazy.
Really? And it started going crazy. Wow. Hopefully you captured that. I want to see this. Alright, go back.
Something's dark right there.
Do you want me to take the spirit box and go over there and you take a break? Okay, I'll take the spirit box. Alright, go check out the... By the way, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you like the live stream. That would help me out. Yeah, the urns over there. I'm gonna head back to that tree and I'll see what I can get. Man, it's all around you right now. It's yeah, they're communicating with you.
Yeah, but they won't touch this thing. Oh, right here.
Oh yeah, it's lighting up. All right, let's do something new here. Let's try something else out.
Did you not hear
Shoot. What do you think that noise could be, Josh? I don't even know what that was. I can't even.
I don't know. My initial thought was like a bird or something.
That's what
but
I
it's-
thought too, but it doesn't sound.
It's also dark, and birds generally aren't vocal.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to tell what that could be.
Yeah.
I was hoping someone in the comments would let me know what it is. I thought like maybe like an owl or something like that, but we're gonna use the trigger.
Could be even, I don't know, could be any other type of animal too, right?
Yeah. Did you hear that noise come from over there?
I remember the first time I heard a fox, I thought it was somebody being murdered.
Really?
Well, it sounded like somebody screaming. It was
Okay,
crazy.
we're gonna set this up. Same with crows, actually. Crows, when they do their cry, it sounds like a scream too.
Yeah.
And we're gonna just leave it right here on the path. The REM pod. We've only captured one thing on the REM pod. That was at the Moosehead Inn. We captured it going off. Let's go back this way. We don't ever go back this way. I'm hearing noises coming from over here. Whoa! Did you not just hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my god! There's a full sentence going on over there. I remember this. There was actually, I could hear people talking over there. Let's go check it out.
Really?
I just heard a full talking come from over here.
Where's your right that statue?
It was like right over here. It was
on top
literally,
of the hill.
yeah, it was up here. It was like right around the corner.
Whoever was touching you.
It was like a guy talking.
Yes. That's the guy on that statue there.
Oh my god, it's so this road right here that we're walking down, that is the road where I seen a spirit walking down the road.
Everybody here with us?
And then we chased after it down the road.
Did you hear that?
And it disappeared into the ground. That was a bug? I want to find one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
It was like a full conversation going on. I literally... Train.
Kind of reminds me of that episode of Destination
literally just
Fear
heard
where
it
they
was a
can
dude.
hear like the indigenous singers and
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Yes.
There's
I
no
love that
fucking
show. That's one of my favorite
complete
ghost
around
hunting
here.
shows.
Let's go to the road here. This is the
What
grave.
season are
This
you
is
on?
the, soldier
I
area.
actually have stopped watching for the time being just because
Man, I wanna know
I've been
where
kind
that
of
came
busy,
from.
but so
You
I'm still
heard that,
midway
right?
through season 1.
Oh, okay.
Remember the
Oh my god, look at that.
smoke?
No, look at those eyes. Right there. Look it. Do you see that?
Did you smell gunpowder?
I do! It smells like gunpowder, dude. Do you see those eyes right there?
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. Oh my god, I got goosebumps. It went to 1. It just went away. There's no eyes. Oh my god. It's gone. It's gone.
The video doesn't really do it justice, but what I seen was actually like a black figure standing there too with the eyes.
Dude, there was a pair of eyes, and now it's gone.
People commented on this
It was
video and
right
said it
over
was just
there.
a
I watched
deer.
it. I
If
thought
it was
like
just a
a
deer,
cemetery.
where's the rest of it?
It's gone.
Well, that was my
It's gone,
reaction,
dude.
was that it was a deer,
I
because
wanna
when
see
it
if I
was
can
slow,
do
you
this.
can kind of, to me, it
Dude,
looks like you
there's
can kind of
pair
see
eyes over here.
a lighter
No, they're
shade,
green.
like to the
They're
right of
glowing
the
eyes, and I'm
eyes that look
standing-
like a deer body, but
Because I figured we would see it, would we
You
not?
smell that?
We gotta, like, that flashlight's really bright. This camera's
full body
awful that we're
goosebumps right
using, but
now.
that flashlight's actually a
Oh my
big
God,
beam.
man.
And we
I'm-
would have
I'm
seen it. We
freaking
would have
out,
seen it
dude.
run
I've
off
seen
or
those
something.
eyes. You've seen those eyes, right?
I think I did.
it's hard to say. I mean, it could have been
I'm
a
gonna head
smaller,
back.
darker
Let's go back to the
animal.
road. I just want to see if I can debunk this. That was actually terrifying, though. I've never seen that before doing this. It was like a dude standing there, and his eyes were like glowing. What? What? Why are you running?
Something just touched me on the shoulder.
Something tapped you on the shoulder?
Yes. And rushed up to me and then did it quick as he ran by me.
It was that grave site right there. It was that one. Keep it. I'm gonna go towards it now.
And this is where I seen it. It was standing like this right here. It was standing, and its eyes were glowing green.
There's Hart.
Here's a creepy ass grave over here.
Yeah, this is the one that earlier tonight
Yeah.
something scared the shit out of me. Like
Yep. Anywho, are we? Is that everything you want to say to us tonight before we head out? Anything is your
Did you
final.
not just see that?
I did not just see that. What was it?
Something was on that tree.
Something was
It
on.
a scrawny black thing. It was like dangling. Like a rope.
We're launching this brand new channel. We have a bunch of locations lined up and ready to go. So did you see there in the last clip there what that was? That rope thing in the middle of the road there?
Investigation out
I saw something, but I don't know what it was.
In the middle of the road, if you look in that last image, there is like a. It almost looks like a. I don't even know what it is. It's like a stick or. But there should be nothing there because it's a road, right? Like there should be nothing tall like that. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Like whatever this thing is right here, I have no idea what that is. Because it is just there should be nothing in the middle of the road. So if we go back to the beginning of the video, and I'll show you the non-enhanced
No,
version.
wait, it's right there.
This is after
Right there,
we had
no
rocks
way.
thrown
Move
at
through
us
the
too.
rock. Come on, show yourself.
If you look, you can actually see it start to form. So whatever this thing is here, I can't explain it. Why is it in the middle of the road? It actually has its own shadow too. So we'll go into the enhanced version here. You can actually see when you pause it, it has its own shadow. There is nothing here. There should be nothing here. This is a road. This is where you drive. It's not like a beam or anything. And it's see-through too. So what could it be? Why does it have its own shadow? These are the questions that I can't explain. It's not solid. It's not. That's what I'm confused by. And it's, I don't know, it's just there. And this is not the first time we've seen stick figures running through this cemetery too. This figure that I seen was dark like this, and it was a stick figure, and I seen it running through the cemetery. Nathan's seen it hanging off the trees, so this is just, it's like a stick, I don't know, that's how they appear, I guess. And it
Yeah,
is
that's,
transparent.
that's interesting to see. Like, I missed it the first time, but now you certainly do see something is there.
What?
I'm gonna have to, I should have pointed it out a little better. I should have done like a freeze frame on it and did an arrow just so people know what they're looking for.
Okay, go.
Which is my bad on my part. I revamped it, but I screwed it up. And then yeah, you can see it's moved back, so I don't know. Very, very interesting. So I don't know, guys. Leave it up to you guys to make up your minds. Woodlawn Cemetery here in Saskatoon is haunted as well. There is a Pioneer Cemetery in Saskatoon I find very interesting. I think would be a cool haunt to check out. Ghost of all old women has been spotted floating through the cemetery between graves at night. Are you talking about that old Pioneer Cemetery? I've heard about that one. I'm scared of doing cemeteries in big cities because I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like I'm
Woodland Cemetery is Saskatoon's main cemetery.
Is that really old one, like that the Pioneer one that's on the edge of town?
No, those are two different cemeteries.
Two
Woodlawn
different ones, okay.
is kind of runs along Warman Road, and then the Pioneer Cemetery is over by the exhibition grounds.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Material as a man with a long, dark ponytail, really, and eyes that glow either green or red. That is not good. Usually when you get something that glows like red like that, usually that's not a good sign. Black is also bad. If you ever get a spirit, if you ever ask what color the spirit's eyes are and they say either red or black, usually those aren't good signs. Those are
Yeah,
usually,
that just sounds spooky.
Usually sometimes it's a negative presence. A common way to tell if you're in the presence of a negative entity is stuff will start happening in threes. Like you'll hear 3 sounds, or the activity will happen in threes, or 3 scratch marks, or because everything, when you're in the presence of something bad, everything happens in threes because it's the mocking of the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So when you get stuff that's happening in threes, usually it's negative. So
doesn't sound good.
Nope. It can be really scary sometimes when you're dealing with that, and especially if they decide to follow you home, and it can be a very difficult situation to deal with. 3 is never good. No, 3 is never a good sign. But thank goodness most of our investigations we've been on, it's been positive energy, not really so much negative. In all the locations we've been to, we have not yet encountered an evil entity at any location yet. So I am grateful for that. And the day that we do come face to face with that type of entity on this channel will be the day we will have to bring depends on our investigation. The old, really, yes, Natana, that's it. That's the place, Natana Cemetery. Yes, Diefenbaker Park. The reports of babies crying. That sounds like the Pioneer Cemetery we investigate all the time. Didn't you say you only got 3 scratches somewhere? Yeah, I got 3 scratches on... It was right on... where is the stream here? I got 3 scratches right on this part of my arm. It was right here. And within the scratches, I got blisters. So, I thought that was... yeah, it was something else. It was scary. Never experienced anything like it in my life. Which place were you investigating? That was the Crittlevain Homestead. So we did a return investigation there 7 months ago. No, yeah, around 7 months ago we did a return investigation there. And yeah, we caught some... We didn't really catch a whole lot. I believe most of the activity has moved on and is gone from Criddle Farm, but there's definitely suggestions of activity still being there, just not quite at the level of what it was when we were there. Another location. What was I gonna say? Another really good location that I really enjoyed and wouldn't mind going back to would probably be the Arcola Courthouse. I would love to go back there and focus more of our investigation towards the 4th floor, or the 3rd floor, I guess it would be. Because I find that that's where most of the activity was in that location. Hopefully nothing followed you home. No. So the thing about Criddle Farm is most activity disappeared. When we last... So the house got burnt down, right? So the house burnt down in 2014, and the last time we were there was in 2013. So in 2014 the house burnt down, and we believe that most of the spirits that were there that were bad went when the house burnt down. So whatever was there at Criddle Farm back then is no longer there now. That is... I can confirm 100% that there's nothing there, because we went there and we had nothing scary happen to us, so. But no, nothing followed me home. Trust me, if something followed me home, I would know about it right away. There'd be lots of stuff going on. It's very scary when it happens. I haven't had anything follow me home in probably 10 years. No, sorry, that's a lie. Probably 9 or 8 years of being an investigator. I've never had anything follow me home. So. I'm always worried, though, that the previous attachment will come back and because it's kind of weird how the attachment left. It kind of just one day I woke up and it was gone. I had a really crazy dream that was so realistic that I woke up in like full body sweats, and then after that dream, it just kind of ended. It wasn't there anymore. I also heard, before I had the dream, I heard like a man and a woman that were like yelling at each other, but it was like coming from right in the room with me, and I remember following the sound, and the sound was coming from in the bedroom with me, but there's no radio, there's nothing, no one's home, no neighbors. Like, how do you explain that? How do you, like, it was the scariest thing ever. And this is back before, like, I had a cell phone. Because you gotta keep in mind, I was, like, 13. So I never had a cell phone back then. Which is crazy, because everyone nowadays has a cell phone.
Back in the day,
Yep.
when you had to use smoke signals to communicate.
Literally, or you gotta call the person from your home phone. Back when
Yes.
there was such thing as a landline.
Or use a dirty, disgusting payphone.
Or that too, or you have a really cheap phone that all it does is just makes phone calls and that's it, and the camera on it's like not very good at all.
I remember those days.
The guardian spirit chasing the negative spirit away. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of a story. I wish Josh was still alive and there's people over there, because I got a really good story about this dream that I had. And it's been 9 years since I've had this dream. And I remember it like it was yesterday. You know when you usually have a dream and you're like, what happened in it? This was 9 years ago and I still remember this dream like it was yesterday. So when I was having the bad attachment, I remember having a dream just before it ended. I remember like waking up in the dream and looking in front of me and there being like my bathroom light was just flickering on and off, right? Like really fast. And I was like, that's really weird, right? So I laid back down, like in the dream. I'm still dreaming. This is not me actually awake. This is in the dream. I lay back down in the dream and it was like, I don't know. I open my eyes again and I'm in this like endless world. All around me is nothing but gray. There's beams of light coming from the sky and there's like darkness below me. And it's like I'm floating in this endless universe around me. And I look over to the side of my bed because I'm floating in this world or whatever. And there is this like black cloaked figure. And I'll never forget, he had a white ball of light where his heart was. And like this black cloaked figure, I remember the cloak was like moving or whatever in the dream. And I don't know, it was so weird. It was like, he was like a spirit or something. And he had a white ball of light in his heart. And I remember like a force like pulling me, wanting me to grab the ball of light. And just before I did that, he spoke to me in like, have you ever seen the movie Evil Dead? Have you seen the movie Evil Dead? Do you know that like croaky voice?
I don't think I've seen that movie, no.
Really like, I don't know, like I can't even describe the voice. It was so creepy. Spoke to me in that type of voice and said like, I don't know, said like evil is dead or something like that. And then like I reached out like a force pulled me and reached out. I grabbed the ball of light and I got pulled into the ball of light. I remember waking up in bed, like I'm awake now. I got full sweats, like I'm just sweating all over, and I had to like get up and change and everything because I was just sweating. And it was one of the craziest dreams ever I remember having. And usually when you have a dream, you forget about it immediately after because you're like, what happened, right? This dream, I remember like it happened. Like, it's insane. And after that, whatever attachment I had was gone. So I don't know. What are your thoughts
So
on
weird.
that?
Yeah, I don't know. It almost seems like whatever was in that dream was maybe what was there to help you rid yourself of whatever was with you.
I don't know if it was like a guardian angel or if it was something bad or it was death or what I encountered in the dream, but it was definitely a dream that I'll never forget. And usually with dreams, you always forget them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very weird. And then ever since that moment, it's never come back. So I don't know if you're into crystals, but a friend of mine from the States says the Harry Black. Speaking of that, I have that. I have that crystal. It's a black. I think I have it still. Let me go look. I think that crystal actually. Right back. Yes, here I found it. Yes, I do have the crystal that you say to yes, because as soon as you said the name, I'm like, I have that. This crystal here. Never wear it, but I do have it. It is supposed to be good luck, and it's just. Yes, I have that. I have the crystal. And itself to me. Oh, okay. Very intuitive. What you were experiencing was a dark energy and wanted you to be attracted to the white light. Reach out and grab it. Once he grabbed it, then it couldn't touch itself. Couldn't attach itself to. Interesting. I meant attach itself. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, touch itself to you. Attach itself to you. It was really weird. I don't know. It's just one of those dreams that I can't get out of my head. It happened, and it's so weird. The dreams usually you forget about them right away, but that's just a dream I remember like it's a memory. So it's really weird. And it happened like 8 or 9 years ago, and I remember the dream like in detail still. How many dreams do you have? How many dreams, Josh, have you had that you can still remember?
In their entirety, probably very few. And I know there are dreams that when I do have them, I am able to remember portions of the dream, but it's also like I don't wake up remembering those dreams. I remember like
But
I'll
do you
wake
have a
up because
dream that you can remember from like 9 years ago, 8 years ago?
there's one dream, and it's interesting because I just had a dream recently that I haven't had
this
since
one.
I was a kid. And when I was young, like, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whenever I was sick, I would have this very weird dream. And I didn't even know how to describe it. Like, it was never a scary dream. It was never, like, it just left me feeling very uncomfortable. And it was like I was being, like, rolled on or crushed by weird shaped objects. But it wasn't like, some of them were soft like foam, some of them were like hard like rock, some of them were jagged, some of them weren't. And I would have that dream whenever I was sick, and I remember feeling that this like just uncomfortable feeling with that dream, and eventually that dream stopped happening to me, and I could say it was a dream that I would never had or hadn't had in a long time up until I got COVID a few weeks ago there.
And then you had it again.
Yeah, and then as I was going through the whole COVID thing, that dream came back and I had it for the first time in ages, and it was only the one night that I had it. And yeah, it was just a very weird thing that I remember from a child, but yeah, nothing that really stands out as something that I can like tell you definitively happened in a dream.
Like, what I find weird about mine is I can like describe it like in detail. So I don't know, it's very weird. So I don't know. But so Nighthawk said I should wear my necklace at locations. I don't wear that one just because it's so big and like bulky and just not for me. I wear this necklace instead. I feel like it does a lot more protect me than the Rock does. So this is called a Saint Benedict. They are one of the best protections you can get at a location, which is probably why I haven't had a spirit follow me home in over 10 years, is because I wear this. Every single investigation, even if it's like underneath my shirt or in my shirt, I always have it on. It keeps me safe. It's also a good luck charm. I tend to have good luck when I wear it. Everything works out better. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you come and join our Discord server. I just put a link to it in the chat. I'm trying to grow it out. We're at currently 15 people in there. I want to grow it out a lot more. I had that. That is great. Yes, necklace that you are wearing right now. That is the perfect. Yes, it is perfect. I love this one. I feel like it protects me the best out of any of them. I also do have a when I go to a really bad investigation, like one where I know it's gonna be bad, I have a rosary that I bring with me, and then I have the Holy Bible I bring too. It's the King James versions. I bring those, but those are only reserved for really bad ones. The one where I know that it could be bad. So, and there's only one location I can think of where I had to actually bring it to because I knew that it was going to be bad, and it was a private investigation that someone called me about, saying that they're having problems. You know, there's a spirit throwing stuff around in my house. You know, so I brought that one. We ended up not doing that investigation, but that would have been that's an example of a location I'd bring that stuff to. I would say after investigations, always let the spirits know they need to stay where they are. They're not allowed to follow you or attach themselves to you. We don't really do that. We don't really tell them, sorry, you can't, you know. We just leave. And usually they don't follow us home. We used to a long time ago, but not anymore. We have these, so they can't even if they wanted to. So. Josh, what are your thoughts?
I think it's smart to be protected.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually somebody who does remind whoever is in the space to stay there, and they can't follow me.
Yeah, exactly.
I know there was, when we were at Weyburn, there was a moment you and Nathan had stepped outside, and I went back out and just said, you know, thank you for communicating with me, but I ask that you stay here. You're not welcome to follow me or to come with me, and we ask that you respect that. And
that is smart to do. What do you bring for protection to a location?
Well, to be honest, the last time I went with you, I did not bring anything.
Okay, what would you normally bring if you were going to bring something?
There, in the very early days of my paranormal investigations, there was an elder who was with us, and he blessed this little blue stone with white dots on it, and provided that to us as a safety piece, and said that we should take that everywhere. And that's something that I would usually take with me. The reason that I did not take it with me to Weyburn is because I did not know where it was after we moved. It had been packed away and I could not find
And
it.
you could not find it. That's kind of interesting.
I have since found it.
Oh, so when we go on the investigation on that date, you'll bring it?
I will have it with me, yes.
That'll be interesting. I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen at this investigation. I'm hoping everything goes okay. I'm hoping we don't like have people trying to like bring the whole family with them and stuff like that. So
Yeah, hopefully not. You never know, I guess.
I really don't want to turn people away, but I feel like, you know, there's 8 people, so we should only have 8 people there, right? Outside of like Jackie and you and me and Nathan, like those people. I'm talking about like 8 other people besides the 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping we have exactly 8, and I'm hoping people don't pack the family in the car and like, oh, let's go, you know, because we will have to refuse you entry. That's just how it's gonna have to be, because I don't want to have too many. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I don't know. I just feel like if there's 8 people, there should just be 8 people, right?
No, I agree. I think you have to obviously lay the rules down,
Yeah,
and people have to
exactly.
respect that. And
And that's kind of why I want your help too, to help me enforce, you know, the rules too. So
yeah, people, and I think, you know, just make it clear to them before
yeah, exactly.
they come out. And that's not to say like you can't bring your friends or family to Weyburn. That's fine, but they will not be permitted to participate
In
the
the nighttime
investigation.
investigation, yes.
Yeah.
I just don't want to crowd up the areas, right? So, and 8 people I think is going to be the max for the investigation, just because if we get too many people going in there, it's going to be hard to rule out paranormal, you know, from people. So
Yeah. And the way that, I mean, the building is big, but it's
yeah,
not
not massive.
gigantic,
So
right? Yeah.
if we have 8
So-
people and then those 8 people each bring someone, then, you know, we're
Yeah.
already
you could-
over.
I think comfortably if you had 12 people and you did 3 groups of 4, between the Tommy Douglas or the memorabilia room, the main hall, and the basement, right? I think you could comfortably
we could comfortably do it. I 100% agree with you on that. Do I use
but
a
anything-
spirit? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just say anything beyond that would
Yeah,
be, I
would
think,
be-
a bit more challenging and
Yeah.
just contamination.
I agree with you on that. So, another thing I'm a little bit nervous about is like sleeping, right? We don't know the people, right? So, I don't know. There's lots of stuff to think about with this, but I know that I'll have you there. You'll be able to help me, and Jackie. Jackie is a guest, so really, you know, we are the host, the 3 of us.
Everybody gets a pew.
Yep. Yep, exactly. So, we do only have 3 cameras though, so we gotta sleep in groups of 3. So we can have a group in the basement, group on the stage, and a group in the memorabilia room. And then we sync all the cameras together, and so that's why I think it might be a little awkward, because it is going to be a video that we're gonna make. So.
And people do, if they don't want to sleep there, do they have the option of, like, say they wanted to get a hotel and sleep in a hotel instead of in the building? You're
Oh,
cool
yeah.
with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm just hoping everyone doesn't do that. I'm hoping that there's someone that wants to brave the night with us.
Just be the 3 of us
It'll
again.
just be
and
the 3 of the. Well, I think
and the-
Jackie would stay. Jackie's
Yeah.
really hyped for it, so I wish
And
she
the
was in your
janitor.
stream. Yeah, because I was talking with her today, and
Oh, cool.
I think we decided on a time to be there, because I kind of calculated what time the sun's going to be setting at for that time of year, and I think we found out it's about 8:10 at night. It's the sun will set, because I'm pretty sure each day gets 2 minutes faster. So 2, and then there's 41 days, I guess. So yeah, we found out it's probably about 8:10 ish, rough maybe. So So yeah, I don't want to say specifics just in case. So I don't know what time I'll ask everyone to come be there by, but I know that I want Yumi and Nathan to be there first before anyone arrives. So we'll probably be there about. I'll let you know the details after I'm done streams.
That sounds good.
But I think I have it figured out in my head what time I want to be there by, because I don't want to be there too early and I don't want to be there too late. So, and I'm hoping by April. Oh, I just said a date. No, I didn't say the date. I'm hoping by that time it's going to be a lot warmer then. But we'll find out.
Hopefully, I suspect it'll be similar to weather we had in October.
Yeah, I'm assuming so, because I wanted to shut the heat right off, because the heat actually contaminates the audio after a while. So.
Yeah.
But I might end stream here. It is 11:30 at night. I gotta work at 8.
Well, that makes two of us. I was actually
Yeah.
going to sign off here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off here, everybody, and thank you all so much for coming by the stream tonight. I love these Sunday live streams. Josh is never usually here with us, because usually we stream about 6 o'clock. We usually start our streams, so well before you get off, and then usually by the time we log off, you're hopping on. So
Yeah, we synchronized watches today.
we do. We did it. It was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. So yes, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am going to get off. I need to go to. Actually, I need to watch my episode before I go to bed. I watch. Have you watched The Last of Us yet?
I have not. I'm holding off for now, but I do plan on watching it.
It's really good, and the season finale is tonight. I gotta watch it. So I'm probably not gonna go to bed till like 12 o'clock at night, and I'm gonna be really tired tomorrow. So that is all right. So.
The price we pay for good entertainment.
Exactly.
Yep.
It was always a blast. Thank you, Tiffany. I try to make it entertaining as I possibly can. So, thank you all so much for being here. Josh, thank you so much for keeping me entertained.
Oh, you're welcome. I enjoyed it. It's been fun.
It was fun. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. We'll be live next. Yes, we'll be live next Sunday. Next Sunday we'll be live, and we'll do some editing. I'll see if I can find something, and we'll do some editing. I really, really, really enjoy the editing live streams, so we'll find something to edit if I have anything to edit. So, anyways, thank you all so much. We'll see you guys next Sunday for our next live stream. Hopefully by then I'll be able to announce the new location we're going to. So, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night, and yeah.